Greetings everyone, Tarot from the Divine here with your weekly upcoming energy reading, and this will be from today, July 6th through Saturday, July the 12th, 2025. So I hope that today finds you all doing well. I hope that you have all had a safe and enjoyable weekend. I know that we have some people in other parts of our country that have suffered a tragedy, so let's keep our thoughts with them as they make their way through this very difficult time. So, in the meantime, let's see here. Let's see what we've got going on for the coming week. I'm just moving the cards around is all I'm doing. So, okay, Spirit, so what are we going to have going on for this week? And yeah, I do have a little bit different setup. I managed to put a webcam through my phone with an adapter, and I'm using a different program. And I'll tell you what, there's a few things that I still have to get used to, like how to do shorts. I just have to change the camera, and there's a couple of steps that I have to take before I film. But not uploading through my phone, through my phone's camera, and uploading through the webcam, my upload time is amazingly short. It uploads almost as fast as the video is long. So previously, a 10-minute video, say, would take at least a half hour to 45 minutes to upload. A longer video, like a 45-minute video, I'm looking at 2 to 3 hours, okay, for it to upload. With my camera, it uploads, if the video is 45 minutes long, then it takes about 45 minutes or maybe just a little bit longer to upload. It's amazing, so I'm really happy with that. So let's get on with the reading. What energies are we going to be dealing with, or the collective going to be dealing with in this next week, Spirit? Okay, first we have the Thoughts card. We have Expectation. Oh, and Community. Main Female. One more, please. Okay. Lovers. There we go. Okay, can you see all that? Yeah. So, and plus I'll be able to hear notifications on my phone, so confirmations. Yeah, I'm getting confirmations. So what about this Thoughts card? What is going to be coming out with this Thoughts card? Who's going to be in their thoughts, or what is the thinking, or what do we have with someone is in their thoughts? What are they in their thoughts about? Okay, so we have the King of Wands. So someone could be an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, doesn't have to be. Kings are about results and practicality or how-to matters. Wands are goals, creativity, and passions. This could be a man of leadership, honor, wisdom. With the passions, he's a very passionate person. And then we have Temperance in the reverse, so something is out of balance. Temperance is about negotiation, balance. Could be an earth angel, but in the reverse. Could be a karmic. Someone could be stuck in the past on something, unable to find peace or balance over something, and that's what they are in their thoughts about. Then we have the Page of Swords in the reverse. So in the upright, the Page of Swords is indicating don't rush into anything. There could be intel coming in, or something about contracts, but you know how you never rush to sign a contract. Could be possibilities. Could be an Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, a younger energy. It's about thoughts, communication, and logic. But in the reverse, someone is hesitant. They can't see clearly, and with Temperance, they're stuck in the past, so they're having a hard time seeing past something. What are they having a hard time seeing past? Can you clarify that? Is it a relationship? Is it a situation? What is it? Of course, throw it down on the floor. Why not? And it literally came out like that. So it came out crossways, which is on the fence. So let's see what it is. It is the Seven of Cups, which is illusions, confusion. So there's lots of confusion. Someone's too focused on possibly superstition, needing to get priorities in order. So this King of Wands is messed up over something. I'm going to leave that in the crossways position to show that it's a confusion issue. They are confused. Something has them confused. Okay, so you've described what they are. What's the situation, please? Okay, Three of Cups. Wow, this keeps coming out. I have had this card in every reading this week, I think, but now it's in the reverse. So this could indicate a reunion or a friendship or some type of a team. There could be betrayal here. The emotions are upside down. Could be a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Doesn't have to be. So everything that this past week has been saying is that someone is trying to prevent this reunion from happening. And now it looks like this reunion could be the cause of this King of Wands upset. They're trying to get their head around something. It looks like there could possibly have been a betrayal or too many people involved. Anything else on this? Wow. Well, maybe we can get this figured out and then we can move on to the next subject for the next week. But okay, so let's go on to the expectation. What is the expectation? Is it about this reunion? We have the Hermit in the reverse. So expectation, someone's trying to analyze what to expect at this reunion or to expect of the people at this reunion. Virgo influence. In the upright, it's reflection, reconsideration, and withdrawal. In the reverse, it's basically the same, but it's more like alienation, just withdrawing from people and not wanting to be around anyone. And that would be understandable if there was a betrayal with this reunion. And this is in the past, so this reunion has happened in the scope of this reading. Now, it may not have already happened in your life, but in the scope of this reading, the reunion has happened. And this King of Wands is having a hard time coping with it and is wanting to withdraw and analyze what the heck happened. Then we have the High Priestess. So intuition, someone needs to be guided by their intuition. They need to, they need to explore their spiritual side. They need to listen to what their inner self is telling them. What else, Spirit? What about this expectations? So they're trying to figure out what to expect now that, they figured out they're being betrayed. Now they need to figure out what to expect. We've got the Knight of Coins. So again, this card came out with the Three of Cups. And I think the reading was I want to say it was Wednesday. The Knight of Coins came out, and I think I put in the description that there could be a gold digger situation developing, and it was the Knight of Coins followed by the Three of Cups, and then someone in the cards below, someone wanting to basically the gist, someone was wanting to get with whoever it was because at the reunion, because they knew that this abundance was getting ready to come in. And it could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Money, material possessions, career, and health. So some type of an abundance was getting ready to come in, either a promotion or a raise or a bonus or something. And someone was going to go to the reunion and try to cozy up to them, basically, is what I'm hearing. So, what else, Spirit? Anything on this one? So someone is expecting some money, and they're going into hermit mode. They got to trust their intuition, and whoever this is over here has betrayed them. And we've got the Tower in the reverse. So this betrayal could be bringing about a bit of a tower. maybe not so much a physical tower as much as an emotional tower, breakdown and illumination. So yeah, the breakdown is they found out, and so is the illumination, but now they're able to see. They're going to be able to see, and they're going to be able to get a new beginning without this influence over here. Then we've got the Nine of Cups in the reverse. Don't hold on to the outcome. Let go of the outcome. However it works out is how it works out. It's how it's meant to work out. So just let go of it. Don't try to control it, hang on to it, anything like that. It's just, trust your intuition and let the chips fall where they may. What about this community? We have justice. Achieving a new sense of balance or harmony. Justice will be served. With the right values, reward comes. It's Libra influence. It affects decisions, balance, and legal affairs. So if you let go of the outcome, then justice can be served. We have the Fool in the reverse. Be careful starting a new project. Don't be foolish with it. It's new beginnings and risks. So it could be risky at this point in time to begin something new, even if you received your King of Pentacles or Knight of Pentacles. Let justice come through and don't make any rash decisions. And you're being guarded against that back here as well. Not to, with the Page of Swords. Page of Swords in the reverse. Don't rush into anything, because you don't know the full story yet, possibly. You've got to let everything play out, so don't rush into anything. What else about this community, Spirit? Okay, we have the Hierophant. So yeah, there's a lesson to be learned. Something could be going on behind the scenes that you don't know, especially if the Justice card is involved. Then, there's powers that be that are working behind the scenes to get this justice served. It could also mean a marriage or education, starting a new field of study. But make the most of your gifts. Then we have the Eight of Cups, which is disappointment or looking for something on a deeper level. Just with the Fool out here, yeah, you're looking for something on a deeper level because you've been betrayed, and you're looking to fill that void. But don't rush into anything. Just be you're willing to leave this situation behind, let go of the outcomes, and yeah, it's leaving a void and you're feeling it, but just take your time and let your emotions, let your emotions heal, and eventually you will find something with more on a deeper level, emotionally, spiritually, whatever, But there's a transition here because remember the Tower is at play as well. It's in the reverse, but it's still at play, or in play. So, you know, you've got some beginnings and endings to go through here. So just kind of got to go with the flow. Anything else on this community? Wheel of Fortune. This is a fated opportunity. This is a fated event. There may be an opportunity come your way. Just don't jump into it. Remember to look over your contracts. Remember to at least sleep on it. Don't make a rash decision. And you know, it could be a fated event, but which fate is it? Is it fated for you to take the opportunity and have it be a big risk, or is it fated that the opportunity is coming to you as a result of getting away from this situation? And that's what you have to decide. That's what you have to look at. What about this main female? Oh boy, Queen of Swords in the reverse. This is a karmic female. She can be deceitful, cold, critical, tactless, mean. She affects thoughts, communication, and logic. She could be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Queens are about feelings and relationships. So yeah, this queen is a karmic. She could be responsible for this betrayal, certainly part of it. So beware of anything that has dealings with her. She's cold as ice, man. She's, whew. So yeah, that may be part of your betrayal, this main female, and you got to let the outcomes. You got to let the outcomes be the outcomes. And justice is here. It's going to be served. And if it's a legal situation, then just don't take any offers from this individual. And remember, queens can be kings, kings can be queens, he's can be she's, she's can be he's. There's no gender in the tarot. I just read them off of the cards just so I can keep it straight in my head. But it's all energy. So it can be a male in Queen of Swords energy. Absolutely. Oh, we've got the Queen of Wands in the reverse as well. So not only is this main female deceitful, cold, just an out-and-out liar, she can be demanding and overbearing. And so yeah, she's making your life miserable right now if you're this King of Wands. So no wonder you want to go hide. So just know that justice is going to be served. Don't make any rash decisions. Don't make any rash financial decisions until you are able to cut ties with them financially, physically, emotionally, whatever it is that you need to do. And then you can begin your new project. But don't start anything while this person is still having any influence at all over your life. Anything else about this Main female. No? That about said it? Okay. What about the lovers? The Six of Cups. Learning about living in harmony with others around you. It's about harmony and communication. It's emotions, relationships, spiritual matters. Could be a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. So it could be learning to love those around you. It doesn't necessarily mean a singular relationship. It could mean deepening the friendships that you have, the ties that you have. Or making new best friends, you know. I haven't seen the Ace of Cups come out yet, but, or the two. Anything else on that one? Whew. Five of Cups. Disillusionment, despair, don't rely on the commitment of others. Okay, so learn to live in harmony with them, but don't rely on, they say, oh, I'll be there anytime you need me, I'm there. Don't rely on that. Trust your intuition, be your own guide. You're still in hermit mode to a degree. Just don't rely on them. You know, they may say one thing and mean another, or they may say something and it could be, you know, a miscommunication. Don't read too much into it, basically. You know, because there are lessons to be learned here, and that's probably one of them. Then we have the Ace of Swords in the reverse. Yeah. After this is all said and done, or while it's going on, your judgment is going to be clouded. You might be stressed. Your expectations might be a little higher than they should be, because you're just so disappointed. And right now you're looking at everything through disappointment and all of that. So that's why you need to go into hermit mode and just analyze and take some time for yourself, and don't rush into anything. It could be a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. Thoughts, communication, logic. So yeah, your thoughts are kind of spinning right now, or will be. If this isn't current, you know, just take some time and just let everything be. And you do you and get through your days, and you know, eventually it'll clear up and justice will be served, and pretty soon, you know, that main female will be out of here, and then you can get on with, you know, making friends and your new project, and it's stuff to look forward to. But right now you got to get through the crap. You got to get through this tower. You got to get through this disappointment. You got to get through all of this, and you're having a hard time wrapping your head around it. We get it. Two of Cups. So there could be a new relationship coming in, or a new phase in an existing relationship. So maybe you have a pal that you've been, a friend that you've had for a long time, and all of a sudden, maybe they're being there for you and they're showing that they really do care. So it could be a totally new relationship or a new partnership. You got this thing going on over here, this Knight of Coins, but don't rush into anything. This is in the future. You've got to get through all this other stuff first before that new partnership comes in. So just keep your eyes open, but don't jump at the first thing that pops up. What else, Spirit? Judgment in the reverse. Yeah, don't make a bad judgment call. Your thoughts are all out of whack. So think everything over, run it by a friend, or run it by a legal advisor. If it's a legal situation, run it by them. Anything else? Okay. So we're going to be done with that deck. What else do we want? Of course. Straight out of the box. Let's throw it on the floor. Okay, so we're going to get a little bit from the Yin and Yang Oracle deck. The What Lies Beneath. Oh, this is the What Lies Beneath. This isn't the Yin and Yang. Okay. So this is going to be kind of, underlying energies, maybe some reasons or maybe some motives or something like that. What about with this thoughts? Someone's all in their thoughts about this relationship. They've been betrayed. Love story, once upon a time. So this is an emotional relationship. What else? Confirmation on that. I don't know if you can hear it. Okay. What about expectation? Well then. If they would quit flipping out all over the place. Bad choices. So yeah, someone made some bad choices. And now, they feel like they've made bad choices because of this person. But sometimes you don't see it coming. These karmics are good. I'll tell you what. They come off as being the most loving, the most loyal, until it's time to betray you, and then they will turn on a dime. I tell you what, I've dealt with nothing but karmics in my life, and you think you can trust them, you think you find somebody that is your person or whatever, and turns out they're a flippin' karmic. But not until you've gotten in and they've got their teeth in you, and they're taking a big old bite, and dang. Anything else on that? So yeah, someone's in their thoughts. They feel like, it was a love story, and they feel like they made a bad choice with this main female. And a series of bad choices by being influenced by this bad female. which resulted in a betrayal at this reunion. Okay, we've got 3 here. Outdated, expired, disused, old news, discarded. Divorce, breaking contract. And I hate nothing about you. Someone may still be in love with someone else. But the community, that's what the community sees. That's what the energy around you is. It looks like this is headed for divorce. Which, if it's with this person, yay! Okay, so with the main female, they're a bugaboo. They won't go away. And sex shop. Maybe they're into the spicier side of life. Or maybe they're trying to get you back with sex. Wouldn't be the first time. And then what about this lovers? Oh. Okay, promiscuous, falling apart, falling into pieces. So a lot of times when people go through a bad breakup, they become promiscuous. You know, they're just trying to fill this emotional void, and they're falling apart. So just be aware. Or perhaps this person is trying to paint you as promiscuous and you're not. But things are falling apart. So either for you or for them. The lovers, if it's under the lovers, actually I didn't ask for the lovers, did I? I was still on the main female, so that makes sense. Falling apart, falling into pieces. Yeah, this person could be falling apart. And they could be becoming promiscuous with this sex shop there. Okay, so now what about the lovers? That's right, I hadn't moved on yet. Okay, so someone's in their feels, we know that, up here. You or them. Everybody's in their feels right now. Anger management, you or them. You might need to manage your anger. They might need to manage their anger. Everybody might need to manage their anger. Anything else on that, on the lovers? Okay. So let's, what kind of a calming situation can we do here? Let's do the Angel Oracle, the Angel Guide. And we might do an Oracle as well. Or Ancestors, I mean. Just see what the Angel Guide has to say. So what I do is I just shuffle them. I don't like to shuffle. And then I pick one out of the middle somewhere. Listen deeply. So this might be good. Okay. Can you see it? Yeah. Angels are sending you guidance and inspiration through your powerful and resonant inner voice. Be ready to listen to that voice now. Listen to yourself. If you aren't able to hear yourself, you'll be blocking your connection to the information, insight, and guidance that can support you going forward. If you've been ignoring or avoiding dealing with something you feel that you've had to do for a long time, your angels are encouraging you to stop, listen to yourself, and do it now. Your expansion and growth depend on it. If you have received challenging information recently about your life from any source, and you are unsure whether to believe it or not, this card assures you that it is pivotal to the unfolding of your freedom and joy, so listen deeply. The whispers of our inner voice are subtle, and it takes patience and willingness to hear them. Often this voice can seem intensely honest and direct, but that's because it wants us to hone in on truth in order to grow. Often we don't like the truth the inner voice is giving us and refuse to listen, but all we are doing is blocking the guidance that is coming forward for us. The truth of the matter is that our inner voice is always working in our favor, and divine guidance is always loving and supportive. It will be direct and insightful, but won't make us feel low. If you are unsure what information is guidance and what is based on fear or ego, call on angels to help you hear and understand the information that's rising up within. You can also invite them to clear old messages so that you can have more space energetically for guidance that is relevant to the present moment. Well, if that's not appropriate, I don't know what is. We're going to end it with that. So thank you all for being here. Thank you for listening to my readings. Please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Share with your friends and family. Hit that notification bell so you know when I upload. And hey, until next time, have a great day.